talk to you, they said, Shane, I got insurance through my job. First of all, you should not leave it up to your job for your final expenses for your life insurance, whether it's for your mortgage, whatever it is. You should take control, and it's pennies on the dollar to get life insurance. Ron's going to tell you it's pennies on the dollar, but take the time and just get a quote, and you'll see. A lot of people, they don't get to keep their life insurance when they leave their job, so they end up not having it. And people just forget about it. Let's face it, it's a digital product, right? You don't keep it in your pocket, it's not in your closet, it's not in the garage, it's not a flashy car or a boat or a deck or anything like that. But let's face it, how important is it? Because you're definitely dying, 100%. And what's your family going to do? Are they going to be able to keep the house you're in? I mean, a lot of times, almost all the time, people have to get rid of the house. They have to leave the house. So you're working hard to live in the town, to live in the house you're in the district you're in, and all that stuff. And then something unexpected happens, even though people don't expect to die. And then now you're left. Your wife is left having to move out of the house, or you, because you. Not only did they pass away, but their income passed away. Their income died. And then some people say, well, I don't need it for my husband or wife because they're at home. Well, what are you going to do when they're not home? What are you going to do when they're not there to take care of your kids? You're going to need daycare. Nobody's ever called me and said, Shane, we had too much life insurance. It just doesn't go down like that. But can you get a policy for $1 a day, Ryan, or less?
Yes, you can.
I don't beat people up over life insurance, do I?
No, you don't.
It's necessary. I'm a broker, an independent broker. That means that I work for my clients. I work for the people. I shop around, and we get you the best price that we can possibly get you. So let me ask you a question. Can you drop a one?
Hi, Arius, how you doing, man? Thanks for watching.
Arius, how are you, man? Is that, we got wicked stickers in the house. Look, my coffee's disappearing. Let me hit the share and invite. If you share and invite this, I appreciate it. If you share and invite to a group, Ryan will sing some karaoke. Ryan, you'll do karaoke if they share and invite, right? You're cool with that.
No, they don't want to hear me sing, buddy.
So yeah, Ryan will do karaoke, please. So we're talking final expense life. I mean, we're talking life insurance today. It doesn't matter what type. If you have a mortgage, you have bills, you want your family to stay in that house, you want to be able to replace your income. Life insurance is how you replace your income when you leave. A lot of people don't realize that when your income goes, I mean, I've had people that the spouse is getting a pension, and when they died, their pension died and their other spouse didn't have anything. It's very sad. And they had to move. They had to move, and you're going to have to move if you don't have life insurance. Because you're not going to be able to pay for anything. Look at all the stuff. You think about it. You have all these bills, car payments, house payments, rent, whatever it is you're paying. And when your income's gone, that situation, I see it every day. Every day I see people, oh, Gabby home, my daughter, thank you. She just home coming by. I just heard it. Thank you, Gabby, my daughter. I heard it. So we're doing the insurance show today with the DeGarry Group. I'm Shane DeGarry with the DeGarry Group. My wife and I have been doing this for 12 years. The funny thing is we actually started in this building where we're sitting 12 years ago. Crazy how things work out. I never thought I would be into insurance, but I have a lot of life experiences that put me where I'm very grateful to be doing this. So I appreciate everyone. You know, there's people out there right now that are going through a funeral, or somebody just passed away and they don't know how to pay for anything. And I ask people all the time, I'm like, would you want your last picture to be you on a GoFundMe account going up and down the social media? Do you want that to be your last picture? I'm sure you don't want that to be your last picture. At least get a quote on some life insurance. All you need to do is have a checking account, have a pulse, let me know. I can't guarantee I can get it for you, but I help a lot of people get affordable life insurance. Ryan, let's talk about your experience. You're one of my clients.
I am.
So, did I make it hard for you to get life insurance?
No, you didn't. I think we're all set up back here, so I can come over here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're in good shape.
Thank you.
I forgot one quick thing. I'll be right there. But honestly, my life insurance experience in the beginning, I was just like, why do I need life insurance? Right? I don't want to pay that. I don't want to pay it.
Yeah, that's a waste.
Didn't make sense. And it's just another check to write. And you made it so easy. I pay quarterly. I know that if, God forbid, I'm in some type of accident, I'm in my mid-40s, like a heart attack or stroke or something like that, and I pass away, my children are going to have something. My wife is going to have something.
You got day one coverage. Once they make that first payment, you're covered.
You're right. And we know what else was easy? I'm a busy guy. I don't really like needles,
Man.
and I didn't want to go get my blood drawn. And I didn't have to. I didn't have to have a medical exam. I didn't have to have a blood test. None of that stuff. I'm a pretty healthy guy, I think. I hope. I want to live to be over 100.
A lot of questions on the phone,
But I took a 15 to 20 minute phone call. It wasn't hard at all. I just gave them the answers, and then they computed it all. And the next thing I know, they came back to me and said, "Hey, here's how much it'll be, and here's how much coverage you can get for that amount of money."
And
They gave me some options. And I was able to pick what I thought was good, and I moved forward with it because it's easier to sleep at night knowing that if something does happen, I'm covered. And you're right, and I see this all the time in the real estate industry. You see widows or widowers, and they don't have any type of insurance, they don't have any type of mortgage protection, they don't have any product helping them. And I'm coming in to buy their house because they need help immediately.
Right, that's an immediate thing, right?
Immediately. And quite honestly, hi Deborah, thank you for watching. It
Sad.
gives me peace of mind because I know that if, God forbid, I get out of here, I get hit by a bus walking out of here tonight, I'll be able to have
The house,
I have a house we paid for, all my cars we paid for, my kids can stay in the same. Thank you.
That's huge.
That's huge to me. And it may not be huge
Obviously.
to everybody, but it's huge to me. And to be able to keep my family at the same level of living, I think is pretty important. And that would give my wife and kids some breathing room.
Well, how much adjusting is it going to take, first of all? When someone passes away, it
It's
can take a year
huge
to
adjustment.
months. People just don't get over that.
Huge.
It's not like you get the flu, right?
That's right. No, you're right.
So it takes a lot to get over, and you don't want to. How many people have to go to work right away, and they just lost someone? People don't even realize how many people have to go to work because does the mortgage company, does the rent, does the car company, they say, "Oh, you just lost your husband or your wife. Don't worry about making your payment this month." Did they say that?
No.
No, they want the payment right away. They want the payment. So, I gotta share this to the Gary group. Sorry, what's up, Deborah Anderson? How are you? Samantha Ferg, how are you? Tim Psycho, how are you? We do business continuation plans for people that have business. If you have a partner and you don't have life insurance, you can lose the business right there, just like that. So people understand that's very important. How many people have lost somebody in the last 30 days without expecting them to die? Drop a 1 if anyone that you know died in the last 30 days.
I know 2 people. No joke. I know 2 people.
That died in the last 30 days unexpectedly.
I know 2 people.
If you know anybody that died unexpectedly in the last 30 days, please drop a 3 in the comments. I'm going to drop a 3. I know someone that was on their honeymoon and passed away in Jamaica, so.
That's sad, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
I just think it gives me personally peace of mind. I know it does. I also know that I'm able to not really worry about it. I don't have that worry of hanging over my head. Oh my gosh, what happens if I pass away? Yes, my family will get my assets and things like that, but there's a lot of stuff that comes with that. And in some cases, I know they're going to have to work to get it. I know they're not gonna have to work to get this.
No,
Because it was easy to get, I know it's gonna be easy to pay.
it goes directly to them. It doesn't go into your
But what I like about it is it's tax free.
phone.
So if you get $1 or $100 or whatever it is, that's tax free money coming to your family that they're not gonna have to worry about where they're getting the money to get it and how they're gonna get it.
You know, a lot of people say, I want my family, they can just sell the house when I die. How hard is that process? That's not how you're supposed to pay for funeral expenses.
Well, think about this. You're going to be making major financial decisions that it's going to impact a big portion of your life when you are just so distraught and you don't want to think about it. How good is that for you?
Yeah, because you know it's coming. It's peace. Like you said, it's sleep insurance at the end of the day.
It is for me. It is for me. And you made it very easy. It's very affordable. It's a lot more affordable than I ever thought it would be, to be honest with you. And I know that they're not going to have. I know they're not going to have an issue when I pass, which is kind of comforting to me.
Deborah, what the numbers are for is drop a 1 if you know someone that died in the last 30 days unexpectedly.
That's right.
Drop a 1. And drop a 3 if you want to get a quote on life insurance. So drop a 3 for a quote. Drop a 3 if you want a quote. If you want more information. If you want more information, drop a 3. More information. And then drop a 1. I'll put in there. Good question, Deborah Anderson. How are you? Drop a 1 if you know someone who passed away in the last 30 days. If you know someone, I'm typing it in.
Unexpectedly.
Someone passed away unexpectedly.
How much is a casket? I don't know.
They're a lot.
How much is a stone?
A lot.
That they're going to have. So you're going to hire someone to chip away at, or I don't know even what it's called. I know it's a highly skilled profession, and I bet at this point they have machines helping, but that's still tough. How about just to dig the hole? How much is that?
Yeah, that costs a lot to dig the hole.
Did they charge you to fill it back in too?
Yeah.
So they
Oh,
charge
you
you to
gotta
dig
pay
it
somebody for it.
and fill it back in. That's not all one. That's not all one cost.
Nope.
I'll walk upstairs
All right.
and see who that is.
So you heard that.
Yeah, I did.
We always have people around here, which we love having people come around, don't we?
I just want to make sure we say hi.
Yeah, we want to make sure we say hi. So we're doing the life insurance show here. Please
How did they get a
share.
hold of you, Shane?
Huh?
How did they get a hold of you?
717-495. I'm going to type it in there. 495-3324. Hope everyone's having. Yes, I cover in Arizona, Deborah. Yes, I do almost the whole United States. So message me to take care of it. If you're looking for life insurance, message me. More than happy to help you out. If you're serious about getting life insurance, message me. And my phone number's on there. I left my phone number. Was there anybody here?
Yes, we have some of the support staff upstairs. Great, yeah. So, yep.
Nice.
Let me ask you, if I lived in Arizona, like Deborah just asked, can you help me with life
Gotcha.
insurance? How about California?
Gotcha.
What state can't you help in?
It's better for someone to message me because I haven't come across that yet, so I'd rather have the problem. I'd rather you call me and me be able to tell you no, we can have a nice conversation.
And if you can't help them, we'd be able to help them
I'll
find
refer
somebody?
to someone,
There
yeah.
you go.
I'll refer to
That's
someone.
nice. I mean, if you really want life insurance, you're almost a one-stop shop, right?
One-stop shop. I've been doing this 12 years. I can't guarantee I can help people, but I'll get them in the right direction. I'll give them the right information. You know how many people come to me, Ryan, and say, I didn't know I could get it for that cheap. I didn't know I could get a policy for 30
I'm one of those
bucks a month."
people. I swear to you, I'm one of those people. Tell me about this. What's the difference between whole and term insurance? I have no
Good
idea.
question.
I don't know what the difference is.
Whole life is for the whole time you're alive until
Okay.
you die.
Okay.
As long as you make the payment, okay, then you'll have that life insurance. Term is for a certain amount of time that's predetermined. Whether you say you want a 10-year, you want a 15, 20, 30-year. A lot of people get terms for what they call mortgage protection around their mortgage. But a lot of people, you'll hear get a college, fund your kid's college program. That's life insurance.
What if I have a pre-existing condition from like 2 years ago?
Well, it depends. You should call me up. I know. I've helped clients that were on oxygen,
Okay.
heart attacks, strokes, cancer.
Can they get the same type of stuff that someone?
Well, I mean, everything is an individual case.
Okay.
So everything is an individual case. You have to let me know. Not one size fits all. Kind of like real estate, right? How many
Right.
same houses are there?
I don't know many.
There's just one of that
Yeah,
house,
that's
right?
right.
And that's how this is. We fit. Everything is fitted to you. There's no duplication. We figure out what's best for you. A lot of times people think they want something else, and then they come and talk to us, and we figure out. First of all, it's not nearly as much as they thought it was going to cost. That's the first thing.
And that was my case too. I thought it was
people
going
are
to be a
so worried,
lot
they don't even
more.
want to get a price.
Thought it was going to be a lot more than what it is.
And they don't believe it's true. Once they get the price, they're like, really? Can I get it right away?
Yeah,
And they want to make sure they get it right away.
and I did.
Yeah. So, and it's all electronic. I mean, I can drive up to you, but it's mostly all electronic. You have a checking account. It's based on your age and your health. Could you share this for me? I'm so close to 400. This is my nephew. Can I get a quote now? I've been in remission for almost years. Yes, Deborah, I can help you out. So message me, and I will definitely get you a quote. It's based on your age and health. The minimum amount typically is $5,000. But here's what I say: even the minimum amount. How many people have an extra $5,000 in their account? It's just like, hey.
There's not, especially when you're going through something that's tough.
Well, you're losing the income. Imagine,
Yeah.
having to pay that money and you lost an income. Now what?
You got a problem.
And people get put in very vulnerable positions. They'll finance, they'll get credit cards, they'll go get a loan. See, here's the thing: is you might say, I don't care about life insurance, but the family doesn't want to be embarrassed. So you're dead. They're the ones that want to save face. So they go get money they don't have, and they finance a funeral. That's terrible. That's sad. That's sad. So it's really, the funeral's really for your loved ones. You're passed away. So many people say, they don't want to take responsibility, so they said, just put me out back and burn me.
At the end of the day, you're dead.
Yeah.
What do you know? I mean,
But think about the family, okay? Here's what I see all the time, right? In 12 years. You passed away, it doesn't matter what you think. Now the family's there, and they have the community that's looking at them. When's the funeral? When can we come out and see them? Mm-hmm. Right? They got to pay to put it in the paper. They have so much stuff they got to do. What are they going to do with all your stuff?
Not only that, they have to set up an estate. It has to go through probate. I buy lots of properties this way. And at the end of the day, you got to pay attorneys. They're not doing it for free, Shane.
No, it doesn't matter that someone died. Isn't that the truth, though? People think, everyone's going to help me because someone passed away.
It's the real world.
You're going to pay a lot of money. And here's the thing: you're going to pay a lot of money if you're prepared and you have life insurance. Then you enjoy the memories of that person.
I love your quote, and you said it to me, and it really made me think. Do you want to be a memory, or do you want to be a bill? How do you want to be remembered?
I mean, yeah, that's your last one.
And quite honestly, that struck me. It struck me pretty hard. And you're right. Do you want to be a memory, or do you want to be a bill?
Aren't you glad you're not going to be a GoFundMe picture across social media? I mean, imagine your last picture. Let's be honest. Imagine your last picture is dragging you across social media. Seriously, getting shares.
I got pretty thick skin, and I wouldn't want to do that,
right?
You know?
Well, what about your family having to do that?
Yeah.
Having to ask people, can you share it? My dad, my sister, my brother, they didn't have life insurance. Can you please share this for them? Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to share anything, share this to prevent somebody from sharing at the worst time.
So tell me about, Deb said, I will. My family lives into the 90s. They were the youngest to pass. You started the show off with insurance at work. Before I got into real estate, I had a job that had life insurance. And I don't have that insurance today, but I did put money into it. Tell me about that. What's
You're
going on
exactly
now?
right. They get a group plan there, and like all the businesses, the way it used to be, hey, come on, we'll get you benefits, we'll get you this little Aflac policy, we'll get you a little life insurance policy, it's a couple dollars a month, and you get it, and you think you're good, right?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
And you think you got it for life.
When I first got it, I thought even if I was done my job, I would carry on for the rest of my life.
Most people don't even know I got life insurance for work. How much? What kind of policy? I don't know. Everything else. Yo, if I asked you what kind of car you had, how many cylinders, what kind of things does your car have? If I asked you about a house, if I asked you about your job, if I asked you about half the things that you have, you'll be able to tell me all kinds of stuff about it.
Stories too.
Right? Tell me about your phone. What can it do? Tell me about your life insurance. I don't know. I mean, isn't that crazy? Yo, I don't know. I got it. And you're going to leave it like that? I got it.
I have it.
I'll do a free review. Oh, I'm good. You're going to leave your family on that chance? Hey, that's serious business, man, bro. Listen,
How much
people
would
call
that
me every day crying.
Yeah, I bet. How
And they
much
say,
that-
yo, here's the thing. People call me and say, yo, I found your card. Do they have any life insurance with you? Yo, ask Christy if I don't get this call all the time.
Yeah.
We want to know if they have life insurance with you. That's not a good feeling, man. Listen, I wish I could record those calls and play them when people call me and say, I found your card in the house, and you know what I have to tell them? I gave them a quote. They decided not to get it. You know, and I'm honest. They decided not to get it. I gave them a quote. That's why my card's in the house, because I gave them a quote. They decided not to do it. That's a horrible feeling, man. If you wanted to share anything, share this.
You're going to help people by sharing this. Please hit the share and invite button. Invite as many people as you possibly can to watch this.
Why does it take a GoFundMe tragic story for people to say, okay, I'll share it? Why not share it now before the GoFundMe? Why not prevent the GoFundMe?
Why not be...
We should do an anti-GoFundMe live next week. Next will be anti-GoFundMe, how to stop GoFundMes.
I agree.
For real, for pennies on the dollar. Do you want your last picture being scraped up and down the globe?
Why do you want your family's direction to be determined on what people are willing to just give them as a handout on a GoFundMe page?
And how much time? Do you know they charge you to have your body at the coroners? Like, it has to be refrigerated.
I have no idea.
For 24 hours, they charge you every 24 hours. The coroner holds their body for free. It's like $400.
Get out of here.
Between 200 and 400, depending on where you live, to keep your body for one night.
Wow, man.
You think your car was expensive to leave in the impound? Leave your body in the corners.
You put a car, you get a car towed. It's like somewhere between $250 and whatever.
This is real stuff. Go look.
Yeah.
Go call the coroner and ask him how much it costs to store a body.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Where's that money coming from? It all adds up.
How quick? So I die. How quick does my family get the money?
Oh, once they get the death certificate, they'll get it within days. They'll get it within
That's
days.
fast.
They'll get it tax-free. It goes directly. There's no middleman. It goes right to you, tax-free.
That's amazing.
What happens? We had someone that we know died in Jamaica. Do you know what it costs to transport a body?
I don't have a clue. Don't have a clue. I can tell you what it costs to transport a double wide mobile home from point A to point B, but I can't tell you what it's going to cost a body.
It costs a lot of money
Yeah.
to not just anybody will let you put
A dead body.
a dead body. That costs a lot of money, thousands to transport.
I believe it.
We had truckers that get transported because they died trucking. It's very expensive. And now imagine your family having to come up with that money. They can't even think about what happened. They're so devastated. Put yourself in the position of you dying. Look around you. What's happening?
You got to go pick out a casket. You got to pick out the tombstone. You have to pick out. There's just a laundry list of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they're thinking about that. Why do you want to put the pressure of thinking about how much can I pay for that on top of it?
Sabine, Michelle Sexton, how are you? Jenna Lynn, we're keeping it real here. This is the insurance show. We're talking life insurance today.
It's scary when you think about it if you don't have it.
I
feel a lot better about this because I do have it.
Listen, how nice is it? We went over stuff and I said to you, Ryan, my buddy Tony Corbett, if he comes on here, somebody just picked him up at the airport, passed away, someone that works for him. And they're devastated. The wife is devastated, of course. Everyone's trying to raise money for her. They're doing fundraisers.
Chicken barbecues and all that
That's
stuff.
irresponsible. When you heard that you had an opportunity to get affordable life insurance. Why do you make your house payment? Why do you make all those payments?
Because I want my family to live in a safe, clean environment that I control.
And then to go out and pull the ripcord and let it all go down the tubes.
And then they can end up in an area that's not desirable, not safe, not what you want.
I have story after story of kids that were going to go to college, Ryan, that can't go now.
How many times, I can't tell you how many times I've bought houses from people. It's in an estate, you have a widow or a widower, they're just at their wits' end. There's no life insurance. They don't even know how they're going to pay the attorneys. They tell you about all the bills they have, and it kind of adds up to, oh my gosh, it's so much in some cases, in addition to what they already owe on the house, that they're underwater. They can't, you can't buy it, and it puts them into another situation that we can help them with a short sale, but they're walking away with nothing.
All that hard work, all that time, taking care of the flowers, cleaning the floors, painting the walls, and then one day it can just disappear.
Right away. Right away. It's not like it gradually goes away. It goes away right away.
No, because once it happens, you got 30 days to start paying the next bill. You got 30 days. The clock is ticking. No, so now listen.
And maybe not even 30. What if they paid it on the 1st or 2nd and it's the 15th of the month?
So you got bills to pay. You just lost an income, and now you got to pay. Now you got to come up with $20,000 for a funeral on top of bills that you don't have the money for. So the bill's coming. So you do the funeral, do you pay the rent, do you move out, do you sell it? So you're in this whirlwind of misery, and someone...
The car payment, do you buy groceries?
Cars start getting repoed and sold.
Can you go to the doctors and get antibiotics or something?
This is real stuff, man. It really starts getting devastating. Then people get depressed, and depression sets in, and it's just a bad situation. I mean, it happens. You all see it with your families. It's happened. Drop a 3 if you want to get information on funeral final expense. If you want to get some on mortgage protection, on life insurance, drop a 3 if you want more information, or just message me. If you have a baby or a spouse or a house or a car or anyone that you know on this planet that loves you, you should have life insurance.
Or if you love them.
Yeah.
If you love your kids. If you love your spouse. If you really care about how they're going to live after you're gone.
Your kids won't be going to college, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Drop a 9, please, if you're watching this on the replay. I love that. Drop a 9.
I had grandparents, people don't know they can get insurance for their kids, they can get it on their grandkids. We had a lady that wanted to pay for her grandkids' colleges, so she paid it all up front. She did a one-pay policy.
I didn't know you could do that.
Oh yeah, you can do one pay, you can do 10, you can pay it for 10 years and have it paid up. You can pay it all off at one time. So there's a lot of options, but I don't sell people on options. If they want the help, I'll go to work for them. There's a lot of ways just like you have a lot of ways to handle the situation. We have some people that they don't pay it, and so someone else pays for it. They're the owner, but they get the life insurance on someone else. You have to have a vested interest on someone to get a life insurance. You can't just get it. Life insurance is the one insurance you can't just get all you want.
Why?
Well, what's the number one reasons people kill people?
I guess money.
Yeah, so you can't just get all you want. There's a cap on life insurance you can get. You have to prove your finances that you have a reason to get that much. So life insurance is the one insurance.
So I can't just roll out and get $100 million.
No, you can't just get that. There's a cap on it. On it. Yeah, you can't just get all you want.
Interesting.
So yeah, most people don't know that. You can get all the insurance you want, but not life insurance. You can't. There's only a certain amount you can get.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but we have a lot of different programs for people. Something is better than nothing. That's what I tell people.
Jesse James is in the house from Crystal Ball Brewery.
Boom! What is up, Jesse James? What is going on? So look, couple things. We're doing the life insurance show. Here's what I want to tell people. Life insurance is sleep insurance. I know when I talked to you about life insurance, you were like, bro, I'm good. I work. Mm-hmm. Right?
And I have money saved.
Yeah, and you got money saved.
And I have assets.
And then you have assets. And then when we sat it down, how fast is she going to get that check? Or are your kids going to get that check? How fast?
Faster with life insurance.
Boom. Tax-free, no gains. It's a direct contract between you and them and the insurance company. Who has all the money? Not the banks, people. Guess who has all the money? The insurance company. You didn't think of that one, huh?
They've been around.
They have all the money.
Heck, the company you hooked me up, I think, has been on an operation over 100 years.
And I'm a broker. How was the process? How was our team?
It was easy.
Did I push you in and say you had to get this?
Your team just answered all my questions. You analyzed my situation. You presented me with options. I picked.
You had to pick, and we didn't tell you what to pick. And we said, whenever you're ready, now you have the quotes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we gave you.
And I pulled the trigger when I was ready.
Boom, as soon as you were ready. And did you give us money right away?
No.
You picked a date, right?
Yes,
And you controlled everything.
I did the whole
So you had
process.
30 days from when we took the application to start the policy.
That's right.
And you could pick the exact day of the week you wanted to come out, the exact day of the month.
I really did.
Boom. And you could change it.
And I'm not a direct deposit type of person.
Yes.
I like to write checks.
Right.
And so you set me up with a situation where I can write a check.
Yeah. Yep. And so yeah, exactly. So mostly do it electronic. Ryan said, I don't want to do that. Let me make a call. Then we got you. Huh?
So I should insure my suits for a mill. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Tim Herman, how are you? But you know, it's serious business when you have partners. Most people don't know. It's sleep insurance. If you want your wife to keep the house, if you want your kids to go to college, you should get life insurance to pay for their college. You can get a policy to pay for their college, so that when you die, for pennies on the dollar, your kids are going to
I'm
college.
surprised how cheap it was. It
What?
is. It really is. I'm really surprised. I still am.
I know, very affordable, wasn't it?
It was. I can't wait to add to it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing you can add. I have people that every year, every couple years, they'll get a policy, right? And you locked in your age and your health with that policy.
Mm-hmm.
So we locked in 63 for him. We locked in age 63, and he's locked in at age 63. So if he gets any more policies, it'll be older than
Locked
60.
me in at 73. 73.
No, I'm not gonna say his age, but we locked him in. But that's the other thing. So your health changes, God forbid anything happens, that policy's locked in.
It's locked in. Man.
Right there at that age in your health, right there. As long as you make the payment every month. So we have universal, we have term, we have index UL, we have buy-sell agreements, business continuation. If you're in business with someone, guess how you keep the business going? Do you know why we're sitting in this building? Because guess what didn't happen? There was not a buy-sell agreement. And guess what a buy-sell? Guess what pays for the business, other business owner, family when they die? Life insurance.
That's right.
So we're sitting in a building. What happened? Why don't you
Now, I
tell me?
want to tell you what, it was a very successful company. They had clients like Procter and Gamble, Coca-Cola, Nike.
And we're talking
And-
professors.
And I'm
You would be
talking,
like,
I'm
oh,
talking
smart.
about some smart people.
Right?
And the one partner passed.
And they didn't have a plan. They didn't have life
they had
insurance.
to shut down.
They had to shut the business down. You have to liquidate the business, and the other half gets their half of the money.
That's true. That's what happened.
And look it up. If you don't have a business continuation or a buy-sell agreement, which we have, and what funds that is life insurance.
That's right.
So if 2 or 3 or 18 people are in business, when one of the people die, then the other people have life insurance on that person, and then their family gets paid life insurance, and the business keeps going. That's called a business continuation. Why work that hard? But how does it feel when you leave the house knowing that your wife and kid? I mean, because look, how many car accidents have? Dude, I even said
car accidents I've been in through the years. I've shown you some of the cars.
I said, Ryan, aren't you glad you have that?
I am, and I'm a cautious driver, as you know.
Yeah.
I also, I'm very cautious.
You don't
concerning
waste
my
money.
life. And
You don't waste money.
I don't, and I
So
don't try
that
to.
says something. How efficient, how much of a waste would it?
But I do that through the whole process when I'm buying and selling houses and renovating. It's just
But you
who
don't
I
want
am.
your wife to sell the house or cars at a bad price, right?
Oh no,
She would have gotten hammered.
hammer.
Now she's
Hammer.
got a chunk of money to set her up so she can figure out what she wants to do and take her time.
If she can't live in a house, which is something common when I come in and buy houses, I'll tell you a story. I can't tell you the address or the person's name,
Sure.
but I bought a house from a lady. The husband died in the house. She was in her 50s. She came out of pocket over $40,000 because she was upside down in the property just to get out because she couldn't sleep under the roof where her husband died when she raised children. She couldn't do it, and she went out and she rented a place. Came out of pocket $40,000 just to sell the house, just to get out from underneath it. And we helped her with everything we could, but we're not going to spend on a house more than what it's worth just to get somebody out. You can't. It's not a good business decision.
And isn't that a very terrible situation to be in?
I felt bad. I felt bad for her, but I was happy to help. Because, and just like you're happy to help with your insurance, it's insane what people go through after their significant others pass. And they don't even got to be married. It could be a girlfriend, boyfriend. It could be a fiance. It could be someone you're married to for 50 or 5 years, or even 5 days.
Yeah, we just
Your buddy just passed away on his honeymoon.
Yeah.
On his honeymoon.
Yeah.
How old was he? He was in his 40s.
51.
He was 51.
No, 48, my age.
Yeah, he was your age, right? He was in his
My
late
age,
40s.
48.
Holy cow, people die at 48, huh?
Yeah.
People die in their 30s too.
I'm going to California to speak next month, and their granddaughter went into the hospital, had a fever, never came out of the hospital. 1 year old.
One.
So,
That's
and we do the Gerber grow up plans. So we got you covered, but
I just can't believe that life insurance isn't something that everybody has.
it should be required.
Because it's not expensive.
No.
And the benefits far outweigh the little bit of money you're going to pay to have it. I got a plan that, for me, was very affordable. I had no problem stroking the check every time it comes in, every time the bill comes in. And that's one of the bills that I'm thrilled to write out. And I rush it to the mailbox every time I pay it, because I know what's going to happen when I die. I'm in areas, sometimes they're not the safest areas. You know the areas I go in. And these are the same areas you see in the news. People get shot. People get jumped and robbed, and bad things happen. And that's part of life, unfortunately. It's a reality. If you're out mingling with people, things happen. Car accidents are a reality. People die in car accidents.
Every day.
And it's so sad, but it's real. And I think about that, and I think about how much I love my children and my wife, and I don't want to put them in a situation where I'm a burden after I go.
And it's preventable. It's preventable.
It is.
You know, at the end of the day, it is preventable for a couple dollars, right? And then sometimes people, they want to try to get all this amount if they can't get what they want. But I tell them, listen, get something now because you have it.
But I want you to think about something else too. For a few dollars, I don't know what the plans cost. I'm not an insurance salesperson. You are. I just know how it affected my life. For a few dollars, you can get your funeral paid for, right? I don't know what that costs. I don't know.
They're about $20,000.
So I don't know what a $20,000 plan would be. I didn't get a $20,000 plan. I got a significantly much more plan. But in my world, it was affordable, and you made it affordable.
That's what I tell people, is I say make it affordable. What's your monthly amount? You know, get the monthly amount, then you can always go up. But what's a monthly amount you're willing to set aside for your family? I kind of like say, you work all week. How much you willing to put aside for your family? A month, just a month, $30 a month. Would you put $30 a month away for your family? I mean, you buy food. How much you pay a month on food? You pay your car payment. You pay your rent. You pay all that.
If you have a few kids, which you do, you know what food costs. That's not cheap.
That's the worst member of my family is my refrigerator. I think he eats more stuff in my house than anybody else. He sees how often do we buy food?
You're buying it almost every day, man.
Yeah, lots
Almost
and
every
good
day.
quality food from the butcher.
Well, you should be. And you're an adult. You know better, and you
We'll
should
go
be.
through 4 bags of potato chips. Well, they're Martin, so they are good, very good ingredients. We'll go through 4 bags in a day, huh?
Yeah, you will.
He'll see it.
You
Gone. Hammer.
How about milk? You go through milk.
Oh,
You
you
go,
go
you
2
go
gallons.
lunch meat. How about lunch meat? How about just? I mean, I'm gonna pull out hot dogs. You
Yeah.
go through a lot of hot dogs,
Yeah,
aren't you?
smoked ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Not like you and Ray and Nicole go through them, but we go through them.
Oh, not like Nicole and
Yeah.
Ray, yeah.
Oh. But yeah, we do. We go through them. You know.
But at the end
But
of
how
the
much
day,
money are you gonna put in for your family when you die? Because you're dying. That's the thing. You're definitely dying.
definitely not. And you know what it cost me to get an insurance quote? $0.
$0.
And then after I got the quote, you're like, Ryan, it's up to you. The ball's in your court. You tell me what you want to do. It was that simple.
I didn't.
I had the options right away, and I was able to come aboard and do what I needed to do for my family. And I felt from the second that I got the insurance, I felt a lot better, because I didn't realize what. And even I'm in that business where I deal with people that go through traumatic, bad situations and great situations too, and I help a lot of people. But just focusing for a second on the bad situations, and I see them, I never put one and one together and thought about myself. And you opened my eyes to that, and I appreciate that. I could leave here today, I could die. I could have a heart attack sitting right here on camera. God forbid, I hope I don't do it, I don't want to. But that's a reality.
And these things happen, don't they?
Yeah, they happen every single day of the week. 7 days a week. It doesn't stop. the process of life, the whole beginning and end. People were getting born today, people were dying today.
And it's not hard, is it hard?
I had a very easy time getting an insurance quote. You and I had a simple discussion about it, 15 minutes. You got somebody on the phone that was from an insurance company that does, it was an underwriting or something like that. They asked me all those questions. I was able to answer them in less than 20 minutes. And for me, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, that is a lot of time. And it wasn't hard, right? It didn't hurt.
I think that it was super simple.
And it was very valuable at the end when you knew you got it. How did it feel at the end?
And I still feel great about it.
Boom. A worthwhile decision, one of the greatest decisions you made.
I didn't realize what it cost to get a casket. I didn't realize that you have to pay somebody to dig a hole and then pay somebody.
Well, you're in construction, so they don't care that it's a funeral. I know that sounds crazy, but they don't. So if you had to have a backhoe driver come out and dig a 6-foot hole, right, 6 foot by 6 foot by 9 foot or whatever it is, well, how much is that going to charge you to have a backhoe come out and have someone dig? Those machines aren't cheap, right?
It's more than $1,000. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. So right there.
And I do it in bulk when we're doing septics, for example. We hire people that have very big equipment, heavy machinery. They come out, they dig the way we ask them to. We have a septic professional come in and work on that. But that's a whole other story. But just that machine alone is amazing. It's the same thing when people call us about a mobile home and a mobile home park. They don't realize the thousands of dollars, the organization, the permits you have to pull, and what it costs to get it out of that mobile home park. It's the same thing, Shane.
Caskets, $2,300. Funeral directors, basic services for the funeral directors, $1,500. Embalming the body just to prepare, $600. So you got $2,300 for a casket. That's just a bottom line casket. $1,500 for the funeral director. You got to pay the funeral director just to get this.
That's $3,800.
Then $600 to embalm the body.
That's $4,400.
A funeral ceremony and viewing just for that because you got to use their place, $1,000.
So you're up to $5,400.
Miscellaneous, hearse, death certificates, obituary, $600.
So you're $6,000 right now.
The grave space, $1,000.
$7,000.
So cost to dig the grave. Sometimes it's called the open and close fee, $1,000.
$8,000.
Is that a good price for a backhoe? So now we got the headstone.
They're making some money with that one, I want to tell you.
Headstone, $2,000.
You're up to $10,000
Now
right
you
now.
got a grave marker. Now tell me what that is. I love when they call it a grave marker.
$10,000.
$1,000. You have to have $1,000.
You're $11,000 now.
All right. So basically.
So you're talking about the bottom line one of these, an old pine box, $2,300.
Yeah. Realistically, you are going to come out of pocket from anywhere for.
How many people have $11,000, $12,000 sitting around for this?
And then you still have your monthly bills coming up.
And you have the loss of income. Let's not forget about that. That person had some type of income, whether it's Social Security, their job, their pension, it's gone.
Do you think funeral homes are in it for the niceness of being in it, or are they there to make money?
Well, I hope they're there for the niceness, but they're there really to make money, man.
I mean, we had one that wasn't burying bodies in Lancaster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. We had a cemetery out in Gettysburg where you are that people bought grave plots and the ownership changed and nobody could do anything.
I don't want to get into it too much, but we bought a cemetery before.
So
And I want to tell you what, there's a lot of expense in a cemetery.
Yeah,
You won't believe, I never dreamed what it cost to run a cemetery and the business behind that. And I'll tell you what, we didn't like it.
it's a very expensive business, isn't it?
It is. It is. There was a reason why. There's a reason why we bought it, man. They didn't want to do it either. We've since sold that, but that was a tough one. Tough situations, man. Tough situations.
So you got the funeral costs, you got the medical bills. You know they're going to charge you for all the medical stuff that went down there in that process.
Well, I think most people were going to have to get an ambulance ride and go there, right?
That's going to be anywhere between a couple hundred to thousands. I've seen them 3,000 or 4,000 for the ambulance ride.
I have a question for you. Does your insurance cover that ride your health insurance if you die in the ambulance on the way to the hospital? Who
Well,
covers
when you
that?
say covered, there's no such thing as what is your responsibility of payment.
Okay, I'm sorry,
Okay.
I said that
So-
wrong. That was a bad question.
So there's a responsibility of payment.
Who's the-
If you have a PPO or an HMO on your card,
Yeah.
all right, then you need to look and see what your responsibility and call your insurance company and say, what do I have to pay for the ambulance ride? And they'll let you know what it costs. So you should call. You got credit card bills. Your credit card bills that were charged up, they got to be paid. They're not just letting those go.
They don't let them go?
We got to.
What, so you're telling me if you die,
I'm gonna read the bills. You're gonna.
so say you owe $5,000 to Visa and you owe another $5,000 to
What if your
MasterCard.
car was in the shop and you died and you have a car bill that's coming?
That doesn't go away because
They don't let
they
you
can't
out.
bill you?
They don't let you out. Let's say you just signed a car a year ago for a 5-year car payment
okay,
and they die. Do you think they're gonna let you out of that
they
loan?
don't let you out of that
They're
loan?
gonna wreck your credit. Now you're in a situation. You're trying to find money, and now you can't even go buy anything.
In my opinion, even worse besides wrecking a dead person's credit would be taking that car away from the family that needs it.
Well, I mean, people that are alive, their credit's gonna be shot because they now have to pay for that. You got cost of clearing out the household. You guys know, you buy houses, right?
It's not cheap, man.
Right, to clear out a house, what's it cost to clean out a house?
Depends on how much is there. We're talking thousands, 3, 4, 5,000. You got. I mean, if we're doing it personally and not hiring a company or subcontracting it out, you have to have a 40-yard dumpster. It's usually 2 to 3 of those. The house I was looked at the other day, you're talking 4 to 8, depending on how much they want to take with them. You see, you have a company that comes out and they'll drop off another 40-yard dumpster, pick up the one. It's not like they're taking it, putting it in a dump truck and leaving it. They have to physically take another 40-yard dumpster and bring it out, put it down next to the other one that's full, yank that one, and then they're off. And do you know how physically hard it is to fill one of those dumpsters? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How hard it is to pull all that out and your family member just died and you got to get out of your house because you can't pay your mortgage?
How many ladies out there go and get their hair done and stuff?
I know a lot of people.
Well, I'm going to give you one that's probably not going to settle right, but how about makeup, hairdressing, and putting the body in the casket? Because they put makeup and they don't just end that way, so they do all this makeup. Do you know you know where you want to be a hairdresser? At the end, because guess what they're getting to do that?
No idea.
$200 to $400.
Wow. Really?
Imagine paying $400 on your deathbed
To get your
your
hair,
hair done.
to get the little bit of hair that I have left.
And
done.
makeup, they're going to charge you about $200 to $400.
I gotta be on the 200 line of that because I don't got a lot of hair. Wow.
Use of the funeral home staff is going to listen. Listen. Ready?
Right.
Use of the staff and the facility is going to cost you $250 to $500.
See, you're right. It's gonna run you 20 grand. You die, your bill's 20 grand. You're proving it. That's a big number for most people, and most people don't have 2 grand sitting around, let alone 20.
No. Transfer the person who dies from the funeral home to where they are. So you die, they have to get you to the funeral home. What's that going to cost?
They charge you to do that too.
$200 to $400.
Wow.
So to get you from the morgue, you had to pay to be at the morgue.
You have to pay
per night.
$400 for the freeze fee or the cold fee.
Yep.
And then they're going to charge you another $400 to get you where? Where are you going from there?
If you are having a burial after the funeral, it usually is unavoidable. They have to transfer you again, so they got to get you for another $250 to $350 for that.
Nickel dime you.
No, they're not nickels and dimes. We're talking $200 to $500 every time. Those aren't nickels.
I agree.
The use of a limousine. You know, people say, "Oh, we want to have our family in a limo."
Well, they don't want to drive, so they got to have somebody.
$150 to $350
I think that's
per
cheap.
car.
I think that's cheap for a limo, to be honest
per
with you.
car. Well, you're using it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not cheering and you're using it for 5 minutes. You're not riding for an hour.
That's true.
So I'm glad Ryan thinks this is cheap because he's like,
No, I mean for the limo. For the limo.
A utility van. So besides the limo, they're going to charge you for every vehicle they have is that's going to be $100.
So yeah, they're gonna have a utility van out there with the shovels and stuff in it, right?
So a charge for forwarding the remains to another funeral home. So if it goes to another funeral home besides the one it was at, they're going to charge you $1,400 to $3,000
Stop it.
to go to another funeral home.
Wow.
So if they die somewhere and you have like a viewing and then you send them to their hometown,
Yeah.
that's going to be expensive. So here's ready for this. I mean, this gets out of hand. I'm serious. This is serious. You're seeing. I'm not writing this down.
No, I know. I see it.
Charging for receiving remains from another funeral home. Tell me this isn't a scam though. So they charge you. You paid about. You just paid $15.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't know why I'm
No,
laughing. I
you
shouldn't
just
be.
paid $1,500 to $3,000 to take it to another funeral home. For them to accept it, they're going to charge you $1,000 to $2,500.
This is
Hold on.
astronomical.
The tent and chairs to set up on
Yeah,
the
the check.
gravesite.
Yeah, I've seen
Right,
that.
but people don't think about this. They say it's all paid for. Now you can tell them, I don't think so. I think you have no idea. That's $150 to $200.
To set up some chairs.
Yep. Keeping the body at the funeral home costs you $100 to $300 a day. So listen, do you understand why people do it right away?
So if it's 2 days,
So
it could
people,
be
why do
$600.
people have a funeral and they say we're going to have it this week? Because it's costing them money not to have you put away. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So they have to, because they're going through this and they're being charged money. That body can't sit for free. That's crazy, right? You don't know this.
Yeah.
So to keep it per day is going to cost you $100 to $300. The charge of the refrigerator. Now listen, that's keeping. They're not charging for just eating the refrigerator. Is this insane? You're blown away, aren't you?
I am, I really am.
Right? $50 to $100 per day to keep it in the refrigerator.
They're charging you to cool a body.
And you can't keep it in where you get in trouble. You would be in jail. If you
Well, yeah, that's a problem. I know that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But so charge for choosing cremation. Right?
Yeah.
Is cremation the way to go?
It might be a less expensive way.
But it's not funny at all. But what do you think of these charges?
Well, I think they're legitimate.
Do you
I
see
think,
how
I think
20,000
I mean, as a business owner, I'm looking at those and I see why they have to charge every little step of the way because it's costing them every
It's
step
not
of the
free.
way.
They don't put up the tent. They don't take you
I
there.
don't know
They
why
don't
they're
keep you in the
charging
funeral.
$100 a day for the refrigeration. I don't get that, but that's beyond me. There's something I don't know. But
Is it cheap to
I
die?
don't get to set that.
Is it cheap to die?
No, man, it's expensive to die.
So everyone that's not being responsible out there, you just saw the cost.
I did.
Brutal. People say it's paid for. My mom got me a grave. That's nothing, is it?
When
That little spot in the cemetery. What's that? But tell me the whole big thing of I got it paid for. People say I got a lot. That's nothing, right? I mean, I hate to tell them that, but I'm like, okay.
When I was in college, I was in a fraternity, and that was one of the things. Oh, we're going to give you a free funeral plot. Thanks, but I was an 18, 19-year-old kid at that point, and you don't think about it.
No. Most of the time, when people buy a plot, they don't even get buried there because they get married, they move somewhere else. So they end up.
I don't own a plot anywhere.
No. So what do you think about this? Talking about this life insurance, and people think they got it right. I got it through my work.
You
They
did
don't
a
even look
great
like-
job highlighting the expenses. I mean, you throw out the number 20 grand, but you just showed why it's 20 grand. It's real. That's a real number.
It seems like, yeah, right.
I mean, if it's not 20, it's darn near close. It might as well be 20 because it's close enough. Maybe 22, might be 18. It's close enough to 20.
$300 a day, $100 a day to keep in a refrigerator. You got to transfer. You got to transfer from the corner to the hospital, and then from the hospital to the funeral home.
That kid, you're not even talking about flowers. Are you,
No,
you're
we
gonna
didn't
buy?
talk
You're gonna
about
buy
flowers, right.
loved ones
And
flowers.
no one got anything to eat yet. First of all, the meal after, no, the
meal afterwards.
No one got any food.
Yeah.
Nobody got, and the kids, the bills weren't, none of your bills were paid.
No,
Like your real bills.
Yeah.
Your monthly bills are coming.
they don't stop.
Right? But
They
no,
don't
this was
stop.
just for right now, unexpected.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest unexpected charges you're going to have and you don't even know it. It's going to cause you to move houses, move school districts. Your kids aren't going to go to college. You're going to sell your cars. You could be driving a nice car and you're going to be driving a $1,000 car because you can't afford anything else. You can't afford the insurance. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
You'll pay all that for that nice car, but you'll go out and let it all burn up.
You're right.
The repo man's coming.
Look, folks, if you love your family, you love your husband or wife, it's your duty to be a solid citizen and buy life insurance and have it for them. It is, man. This discussion alone has reinforced that with me, and I'm even happier that I bought it today. I don't want to stick my family with that. They're gonna be
Nick
losing
Teller, Nick's girlfriend's coming to work for us. What's up? She's gonna be our new agent. Nick, what's up, man? How are you? So when she was here on our open house.
It's exciting.
Yeah, so she's our
Exciting.
new
Yeah,
agent.
yeah,
Nick,
yeah.
how are you? Boom, we're doing the insurance show. Nick knows the importance of insurance.
accidents happen every day. God
Every
forbid.
day.
God forbid. I don't want to be in one, but they happen every day.
Every day.
And you're driving to your next appointment. You're driving home after work. I don't know. You're stepping out after work and you're talking on the phone and you're texting or something. You're not paying attention, and that quick, life changes.
How often do you
That
see?
quick.
How often do you see the helicopter flying over my house?
Dude, we're right here, right across the hospital. I hear it every day. Every day they're bringing
Wait.
somebody in their
We
lifeline.
didn't even talk about that. Do you know that's not a free ride? Tyler will tell you.
How
You know
much?
what they
I
charge?
have no idea.
20 to 30 grand for that ride.
Wow, $30,000. Let's
Oh,
say
yeah.
25. Let's write
Yeah.
25 grand.
So flying that to save your life.
And if you don't, do you still have to pay it?
Oh, either way.
Are you
gotta
sure?
pay that.
So if they fly you to the hospital and you die in the hospital, you still owe the money?
Oh yeah.
And what's the OR cost? I know when I was selling spinal
Listen,
implants back in the
My
day, long
sister
time
got
ago.
hit by a heroin addict on